placing all of his godly power into the weapon had rendered Kratos mortal, vulnerable to the arms of death. Bloodied and beaten, he knew that to have any hope of survival, he must retrieve the blade of Olympus.
You do not defy fate, Kratos! It was I who deemed that the Titans lose the Great War.
Enough, Kratos!
I need no protection.
It is not your destiny to kill Zeus. The sword which you stand on delivered your victory against Ares. Without it, you will be the one who dies this day, not Ares.
Do not forget that it was I who made you a god, Ghost of Sparta.
You no longer control my destiny.
Yes, I am forced to attend to this matter myself. Athena refused to undo her mistake. Imagine caring for a creature such as yourself.
Why? Why would you betray me?
It is you who would betray me. Am I to stand idly by while Olympus is threatened? Your hands are already stained by the blood of a god. I will not let Ares' fate be my own.
The gods are petty and pathetic, and your rule is weak.
I grow tired of this insolence. I am the king of Olympus. And it is my way that is the way of the gods. You must vow to forever serve me.
I serve no one.
Then you leave me no choice.
The god of war is down.
Is far more important than revenge.
Submit! I would rather die!
Find your thrill. Return to the time when Zeus betrayed.
It did not have to be this way, my son. This path is of your choosing.
A choice from the gods is as useless as the gods themselves.
Even now, as you draw your last breath, you continue to defy me? No matter. What? How can this be? The Sisters of Fate have aided you. Unexpected.
The sisters are dead.
I underestimated you. A mistake I do not intend to repeat. The true power of a god.
All things must come to an end. Welcome to the last episode of Let's Play God of War 2. We are fighting Zeus, the final boss, at last. He is gigantic in Phase 1. He can hurl giant lightning bolts at you, as he just did right there, as he's going to again. He can also do his own version of Atlas Quake, which is very, very annoying and difficult to dodge, because even double jumping doesn't really deal with it that much. What you want to do is not focus on hurting Zeus in Phase 1, you want to focus in on hurting the Sirens that he summons to toy with Kratos. Hurt the Sirens, get them to QTE kill range, and then just use their screams to stun and do some damage to Zeus. It does do damage to Zeus. It takes quite a few in Titan mode to get him down to QTE kill range, but it is doing damage, these Sirens. So go ahead, keep focusing on attacking the Sirens. Be careful of the Sirens stunning you. Be careful of all of Zeus's attacks. His attacks are so... Jesus, look at how much damage that did. That almost killed me. That one Atlas Quick, and I double jumped too, and I guess I didn't time it right because I didn't dodge it. Similar to the minigame before the Seeds of Time, this whole thing is about Kratos attacking and focusing fire on the Sirens. Deal with the Sirens, get them to QTE kill range. That stuns Zeus. Try to chain a whole bunch of Sirens being stunned. That way you can just attack Zeus again and again and again multiple times. Eventually, after like more than 5, you will get Zeus down to QTE range to end Phase 1 of this boss. Phase 1 is technically the easiest phase. We move on now to the more difficult second phase of 5. Oh boy, here we go. First of all, I want to show off that we have to use the Blade of Olympus and that we cannot upgrade it. Unfortunately, in a regular playthrough, you cannot upgrade the Blade of Olympus at all. You have to use you have to use it bare bones as it is. It's not great that you're stuck with that, especially in Titan mode. Moving on to Phase 2, though. Phase 2, Zeus hurls lightning bolts at you. You want him to hurl lightning bolts at you. This is similar to the Lachesis fight, where he has close range attacks, he has a long range attack. You want to force Zeus to do the long range attack as much as possible. The long range attack is the safest one. It's easy to parry. It gives you a little bit of health and some magic back. Zeus has some close range attacks that you have to parry in order to not take damage from. They're very difficult to deal with. They do a lot of damage. I would recommend you keep your distance. Let Zeus do his lightning bolts again and again. Anytime Zeus does his earthquake attack, his own version of Atlas Quake, you can go ahead and use Icarus wings to fly in behind him, do some Kronos Rage, and then get in some strikes with the Blade of Olympus. But you don't. Yeah, but. You can do that when he does his Atlas Quake, or you can just keep your distance and do the lightning bolt. I want to talk a little bit now about the Rage of the Titans upgrade. Back in episode 10, we got something called the Rage of the Titans upgrade from Gaia. Basically, it gives us the level 5 Rage of Titans ability, which is the Prometheus Flame or Prometheus Rage, I think it's called. The one where you just hold L2. Basically, you need a combo of 25 or above, and then Kratos does this giant storm of rage magic that affects and attacks everything around him. For the final phase of this Zeus fight, Zeus is going to be completely invincible, and you will have to use that, attack. That's never telegraphed clearly to you, but at the final phase of this fight, Zeus is going to be completely invisible and completely invincible, and you're going to have to use that special Rage of the Titans attack in order to do damage on him. But for now, we're speeding forward because Phase 2 is easy if you keep your distance, but it is, time-consuming, so here we go. Keep your distance, getting close when he does the Earthquake. You can do some attacks with Blade of Olympus.
Your powers are no match for me!
And you can use some Kronos Rage. Phase 3 is when Zeus steals the Blade of Olympus for himself. At this point, you want to use all your magic, and you want to use Rage of the Titans. You don't want to use all the Rage of the Titans. This is why you want to use all your magic here, as opposed to all of the Rage of the Titans. Magic is far more important is far better to waste at this point of the fight as compared to Rage of the Titans. You're going to need Rage of the Titans for Phase 5 of the fight when Zeus steals your Blade of Olympus a second time. You saw that I had briefly put up the the upgrade that explained the attack that I get at level 5 Blades of Athena, level 5 Rage of the Titans, that thing that we're automatically given by Gaia if we don't already have it. If we don't already have it for the Kraken fight back in episode 10, that attack where you hold L1, you do the big Prometheus fire pillar attack that attacks and damages everything all around. I didn't have to do that for phase 2, for phase 3 of the fight. It just it just makes it a little bit easier.
I have come to kill you, Zeus!
It makes it a little bit easier and speed things up a little bit, because you're going to have to deal with Zeus using the blade for a little bit before you're able to...
Not let you destroy Sparta.
Before you move on to the next QTE, where Kratos throws Zeus towards the pillars, and then drops, and then throws a pillar at him and gets back the Blade of Olympus. Once you get the Blade of Olympus back, we move on to phase 4 of the fight. Phase 4 of the fight is exactly the same as phase 2. Zeus has the exact same attacks. It's not different at all. The difference here comes from your strategy. You're not going to have any magic at this point, because you've probably used it all during phase 3 of the fight, when Zeus stole your Blade of Olympus, and you're going to have significantly less Rage of the Titans than before. Because of this, you want to focus this fight on getting back your magic and getting back your health if you've lost health, and getting back your Rage of the Titans. You probably lost some health at this point. And getting back your Rage of the Titans. You can only get back Rage of the Titans with direct attacks towards Zeus. Thankfully, you don't need that many. At this point, I actually already have enough to do what I need to do for phase 5 of the fight. I just wanted to make sure beforehand that I just wanted to make sure beforehand that I got a little bit more Rage of the Titans before I weakened Zeus enough to get to phase 5. So there will be a few more times than normal where I will kind of close in and do some attacks with the Blade of Olympus in order to ensure that I could get a little bit more Rage of the Titans. Strategy for phase 4, again, exactly the same as phase 2. Just keep your distance, parry the lightning bolts back at him, getting close when he does the earthquake attack. If you have enough magic, you can use Chronos Rage. If you don't, just some basic attacks. You want to do some basic attacks now and then, because you want to make sure that you absolutely want to make sure you have enough Rage of the Titans for phase 5, where you're going to be forced to use the Rage of the Titans upgrade, that L1 attack that you get for level 5 Blades of Athena, or that Gaia automatically gives you before the Kraken boss. You want to make sure you have enough Rage of the Titans to actually do that, because if you don't, then Zeus is going to kill you really quick, and it's going to be a very, very disappointing affair to get so far in the boss fight only to have to die and restart from the beginning of phase 2. If you die, the only checkpoints are the beginning of phase 1 or the beginning of phase 2. Those are the checkpoints for the Zeus fight in Titan mode, unfortunately. But at this point, I have enough rage, so just keep your distance, hurl lightning bolts back at him. I'm getting a little bit more brazen, a little bit more open. If you're close enough to Zeus, you can do the L1 triangle attack, which is where Kratos shoots the laser beam with the Blade of Olympus. It's not something that really works from too far away, but if you're close enough, then you can do that, and does some good damage, more than most other attacks that the Blade of Olympus can do. At least at this point. Again, you can't actually upgrade the Blade of Olympus until bonus play or Challenge of the Titans or Arena of the Fates. So in a regular vanilla playthrough of God of War 2, you have to use the Blade of Olympus at level 1, which is what it's locked to. At this point, though, I've done enough damage. I'm about to do enough damage, I should say. There we go. Now we move on to phase 5.
Your powers are no match for me. I will show you no mercy.
Quickly get your combo up to over 25 as quickly as possible, then hold L1 to destroy Zeus's lightning shield. You have to do this or you will not be able to destroy the lightning shield. The only way to destroy the lightning shield is with that L1 attack. Get your combo up to over 25 as quickly as possible. Do that attack. Zeus has very, very little health as a result. Once you've destroyed his shield, it only takes a couple of attacks to get him down to QTE kill range. This is the end of the fight. Once you've gotten past that invincibility shield, there is no more boss at this point.
I told you I would make you pay for what you did.
I am through playing with you, Kratos.
this torment of mine.
I will release you from your life, my son, but your torment is just beginning.
Surprise! There is a QTE at the very end where Zeus is going to try and kill you. It's a surprise QTE. Don't worry, though. If you die to the QTE, you will only have to restart from right before the QTE. You don't have to do any of the actual boss battle again. Getting past the invincibility shield from Phase 5 of Zeus is the last bit of actual combat you have to do. Congratulations, we are all done with God of War 2. Just mash circle, and you get your revenge. Hooray!
You cannot do this, Kratos!
You dare stand against me, Athena?
I do not wish to fight you, Kratos, but I will defend Olympus!
Know this, my son. You have started a war you cannot possibly win. The fates have already deemed me victorious.
No, Kratos! Stop!
Athena! No! Why do you sacrifice yourself?
To save Olympus.
I do not seek to destroy Olympus, only Zeus.
Zeus is Olympus.
He brought this to himself.
Because of fear, Kratos. A fear felt by his father, Kronos. A fear that wrought the Great War. A fear that drove Zeus to kill you. His own son.
His son?
Just as Zeus was compelled to destroy his father, Kronos. You are compelled to do the same. No son should destroy his own father.
No, I have no father.
God after God will deny you, Kratos. They will protect Zeus. Zeus must live so that Olympus will prevail.
If all on Olympus will deny me my vengeance, then all on Olympus will die. I have lived in the shadow of the gods for long enough. The time of the gods has come to an end.
Remember, Kratos, you have the power to control time itself.
Big revelations aside, it's time for the actual ending of God of War 2. It's very, very straightforward. All we have to do is go back to our thread and just go back in time even further than we did last time, and then we're all done. So, quickly, I want to wrap up my thoughts on God of War 2. It's an excellent game. I really, really like it. I think overall I like God of War 3 a little bit more, if only because the actual combat of the actual gameplay of God of War 3 is so much stronger than God of War 2. But in terms of sheer ambition, scale, creativity, expansion of everything God of War 1 did right and removing the stuff that God of War 1 didn't do as right, God of War 2 is a slam dunk. It is a masterpiece. It is a phenomenal title that really focuses in on doing one thing really well and does it better than anyone else. Yeah, I love God of War 2. It's fantastic. Great game. I can't wait for God of War 3 and the end of this saga. We'll talk about if God of War 3 stuck the landing or not, and to what extent it did or did not stick the landing. But in terms of setting up the play, God of War 2 did a phenomenal job. Fantastic stuff. Yeah. I guess we can talk a little bit more during the credits, but I will see you all for that, once we go into the mirror, we will be heading straight for the credits. So, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in a bit.
We have been expecting you, Ghost of Sparta. The gods are far too powerful for us to defeat now.
All on Olympus tremble at my name. Zeus is weak. Ares and Athena are dead, and I wield the blade. We can win the Great War, but not in this time. Together, we will destroy the petty gods, and we will see Olympus crumble before us. Come with me, Gaia. Return to my time. Victory awaits.
We have faced far worse than this one fallen mortal. But we are the gods. We whom the mortals worship. We who rule over this land. We who will not be swept aside by this petulant fool. Brothers, put aside the petty grievances that have splintered us for so long. We will unite, we will stand together, and I will wipe out this plague. Olympus will prevail.
Zeus, your son has returned! I bring the destruction of Olympus!
So this isn't the end of the playthrough. I mean, it's the end of the story, obviously. But keep an eye out for the extras video. Keep an eye out for the collectibles guide for all the item chests in order to upgrade your Kratos as soon as possible in your own God of War 2 playthrough. There is one last thing I want to talk about during the credits. There is a ranking system that God of War 2 employs that no other God of War game does employ. That's kind of weird. I end up getting a rank of God, which I guess is the second best ranking you can get. I'm not exactly sure how the ranking system for the campaign works. I know how it works in the Challenge of the Titans, and we'll talk about that for that, and we'll talk about that for the Challenge of the Titans, but for the actual story, I'm not totally sure how it works. I saw a thread that talked about how it's mostly connected to your red orb count? Maybe? I'm not totally sure. Maybe it's connected to your red orb count, maybe it's connected to how many times you die, I don't know. Point is, I died 28 times, I got a decent amount of red orbs at the end, and for that, they gave me the rank of God. So I don't know what it takes to be ranked Titan, but there it is. There's a weird ranking system at the end. It's kind of strange. I don't really get it. It doesn't do anything. You don't unlock anything for getting Titan rank in the story. You get stuff for unlocking Titan rank in the Challenge of the Titans, but not in the actual story. So why that exists, I'm not sure. It's a mystery, I guess, to everyone, because I looked online for a while and I didn't find anything. Regardless, loved God of War 2, great game. I hope you all enjoyed my ramblings and ravings and the actual presentation of this Let's Play. Next time, God of War 2 extras, collectibles guide, and then a little after that, it's going to be time for God of War 3. So I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you all next time. Have a great day. Bye-bye.